Dave here, how are you? I've been doing a little bit of trimming, rounding over some edges on this deck that I'm refurbishing at the moment, and I was getting dust go everywhere. Now you know how paranoid I am about that kind of stuff, so I've come up with a way to catch as much as physically possible, and you might be able to do this. It's a very, very quick project, and I'll take you through it step by step. Stick with me, here we go. I've mounted my DeWalt trimmer upside down, making basically a very small style router table, and it works great. It's my little trim table and I love it. I've been getting dust go everywhere. The problem for me is not that I'm such a clean freak, but it is because the dust has been going over onto my docking station on the other side there. Dust, sawdust everywhere. When I push a piece of timber or a board up against the stop or up against the fence at the back there, it's not sitting properly. It's going to be held out proud by little bits of rubbish getting in the way. Can't have it. It's going to throw me out of square all the time. There's a reason for me being a clean freak. It's not just because I like it, it's because it's functional. You can see underneath here, I'll just lift that up, that I have the Festool hose connected onto the exhaust port on the router's dust shroud. On Festool's routers, they have a shroud that comes around underneath. As you're doing an edge or a round over on an edge, it collects all the dust as well and lets the dust extraction system do its job. Catch it as quickly as you can. But the thing is, if you didn't have that shroud there, the Festool routers would lose as much sawdust as any other router on the market. So how am I going to fix this dust problem? I'm going to get a piece of plywood, a bit of scrap ply and a piece of scrap timber, glue them together, cut them so that it's all nice and neat, drill a couple of holes so I can put some T-bolts through into these tracks that I've got so I can hold it in position. I will get my Forstner bit. I'm going to drill a hole into the center. I've got the Forstner bit as the same diameter as that hole that I have in the Perspex plate, and then I'll trim it all on the table saw to get it all neat and tidy, and hopefully it'll work. Now the thing is, I'm not going to run this Forstner bit all the way through. I will stop it around about a 1/4 inch shy of going through the top. When I looked at the problem, I thought, you know, a piece of ply, a bit of scrap ply, and I was going to use this thin 3 or 4 millimeter thick ply, and I thought, I'd want something a little bit more rigid than that. So I'm going for something the same thickness as this piece of Perspex, and that's around 8 millimeters. So I'll use this plywood. I think it's probably 1/4 inch ply, and hopefully I'll get by with that. Dustpan and broom. Look at all this rubbish everywhere here. See, this is the part here. I don't want any crap caught in there that's going to throw the track out, or it'll throw the fence out if I have rubbish in there. Turn that guy on. That'll do fine. Alrighty. How's that looking? Out there. Beautiful. This is type bond 2, which goes off pretty quickly. You get around 4 minutes. Onto there. Flip her up the other way. That's looking pretty good. And then I have 1 inch brads in the gun. And these safety glasses have got magnifiers. So I'm going to let that dry, and then I'll hook in and we'll drill some holes, and that'll be that. Whilst I'm waiting for the glue to dry, I'm going to, this is the size force, no, it's actually a sawtooth cutter. I don't know if you know about this, but you can just go, and there you go. There's your point for when you're on the drill press. Yeah, we might clean some of that off. Why not? With these glue brushes, you don't have to clean the glue off. They are silicone, and you let the glue dry. It's actually better to let the glue dry, and you pull it off as one unit. It looks like a reptile shedding his skin. It's amazing stuff. But you let that dry. Unless, of course, you need the brush for something else in the meantime. I'll go and do some cleaning, then I'll come back when this is dry. Right. Beautiful. Now, the trick is to drill from this side, don't drill from the other side. Now, we did mark where we wanted to go to, so that's where it's going to go. I think that's it. Hopefully we haven't gone all the way through. Nope. Beautiful. I was actually turning too fast there, I think. It's going to sit on top of there. What I'm going to do next is I'll measure in from either side, trim it off on the docking saw or back over on the sled, and then mark out where I want these knobs to go. And that's getting very close to being finished. 163. 162. Let's make that 163 as well. There. Centered there. We're in around 10 there. We'll come in around 10 on that side as well. And that is that. Then we have to put some holes in that size. All right. We want it to be basically center. It's just a matter of holding your finger against the pencil and dragging it. It's no biggie. Distance center to center is a matter of hooking that over there and measuring from there to this side, which is 271 millimeters. Beautiful. In, and so is that one. How good is that? It's got him. That's got him. Magic. I'm going to give her a test run. This was the sample piece of cypress I was running over it the other day. Let's see what happens. There was rubbish everywhere. Let's see what happens now. So there you go. This has been a great little project. Only takes a couple of minutes. If you've got something that's got a bit of T-track, or you can make something like this with a larger base out the back, clamp it onto something just to hold it over there. This part here is the business end. This is the part that does all the work. I love it. If you feel as though I deserve a bit of a thumbs up, by all means, just down there, there's the button just under the screen. And while you're in that area down there, there's the subscribe button as well. So if you want to see more of the videos and be informed of when they're going to come along, click that subscribe button. And also down below in the description box, there'll be links to different things as well. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time. Bye.